guys, it's Sarah and today is Booklist Thursday. This is a video series I do with my friend Lindsay over at Lindsay's Little Library. And today we are going to focus on books that feature moving or traveling as one of the plot points in it. And we're doing that because I am moving. I'm actually in the middle of moving right now. So yeah, it's a big process. And so we thought it'd be fun to kind of show you some books that feature that. So we decided to do either moving or traveling just because, moving is a very specific thing. And I don't, we probably could have come up with some, but it would have taken a lot of research. So we thought, either moving or traveling as well. So the first one I'm going to talk about is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I loved this book so much. And this definitely has an epic road trip in it for our characters here, and it was an adventure. It was something that took him out of his home, and he was out and doing all these things, and then came back home as well, and he came back a different person. So it follows Bilbo Baggins, who is a hobbit, and he goes on this epic journey and meets all these people and does all these things, and then comes back and continues to tell about his adventures and stuff like that. And then we go into Lord of the Rings after that. But I loved The Hobbit so much. Next one is another travel thing, and that's Next Year in Havana by Chanel Clayton. And this one takes place mostly in Cuba, and it takes place in Cuba over two different time periods. So there is one in the 1950s, which follows our main character's grandmother, I believe, and then it follows our main character in 2017, and she is also traveling to Cuba in order to take her grandmother's ashes there, which is one of her last wishes, and she kind of had to smuggle her ashes into the country because she couldn't legally take them in. It's a whole thing. But you're seeing Cuba in two different time periods. And so definitely travel themed, as in our main character is traveling to Cuba. She's basically leaving Miami and going to Cuba. So she's going into a different country. So definitely fits the bill for that one. The next one I have is The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas by John Boyne. This one features a move. So our main character in here is a young boy, and I think he's 8 years old, and his father gets a new job, and they are German. So he gets a new job and they move into another country, into a different place. So their whole lives are basically uprooted. And his father ends up being a high-ranking person under Hitler during World War II at Auschwitz. So he lives right next to Auschwitz. And this book broke my heart. But that's a big move, and definitely something that our main character as a young boy didn't fully understand either. Another one that features a move is Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. This first one is called The Trials of Morrigan Crow, and this follows our main character Morrigan, who is 11 years old, and on her 11th birthday is taken out of her home and moved to this place called Nevermore that she never knew existed. And it's basically to get her away from her toxic family and to prove that there's a curse that was on her that proved to not be true. And so she's taken to this whole new place, completely new to her. She had no idea this place existed, and she's learning all these things. So that was a really cool aspect of it. And the last one I have also includes a big move, and that's This Is How It Always Is by Laurie Frankel. This book follows a family that has a young child who is transgender, and one of their solutions was to move the family from where they currently were living to a completely different place and just start over again as a family that way. So that's a big thing about this book. So they completely uproot their family and move them to another area. There's also travel in here as well towards the end of the book. The mother and the child go and travel somewhere different. And that part I didn't love. That was actually part of the book that I didn't really like that much, the traveling part. Yeah, so that one definitely has both travel and moving. Okay guys, so those are 5 books that I have read that feature either moving or travel as one of the big themes in it. So make sure you go check out Lindsay's video today too, and see what book she's going to be talking about. And let me know down below if you guys have read any good books that feature like travel, road trips, moving, all that good stuff. I'd love to know what some of your favorites have been. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day.